We're going to learn about what is the problem with drinking wine that was made by a goy. Okay, so the Torah, biblically, we are not allowed to drink and to benefit from wine that was used for idolatry. They used to pour wine on their altars, different types of use for that. The wine was used for idolatry. And the Torah says, "Asher chelev zevachem yochelu," they would eat the fat of their offerings, and then they would drink the wine of their libations. So wine that was used for libations. Rabbinically, we are not even allowed to drink stam yenam. What is stam yenam? There's yain nesach. Yain nesach is wine that was used for idolatry. Stam yenam is wine that belongs to a goy but was not used for idolatry. It's a wine in a bottle that you bought in the store. It has no other ingredients but grapes. So what's the problem with that? Rabbinically, even stam yenam is prohibited. Klomar, meaning to say, even wine that were not used for idolatry, we're not allowed to drink, and the reason is to prevent us from having any closeness with them. So it's like throwing a monkey wrench in the wheels. You are meeting a person, say, okay, let's drink a cup of wine. Sorry, I can't drink your wine. It's already a barrier. Can't shake your hands. Sorry, religious, another barrier. He wants to talk about things that are not appropriate. I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to listen to that. Another barrier. So it's distancing us from them. So that's why rabbinically you're not allowed to drink wine that was not even used for idolatry, but it's their wine. So because it's your wine, I can't drink it. And he writes that it prevents closeness with not to ultimately come to marry each other. Now, if you think about the situation of two people that are drinking wine, they're getting closer to each other. When people maybe lightheaded now that they drank wine, so it's not even men and women. We're talking about even two guys that are drinking I would call it non-kosher wine. It's probably kosher because there's only wine, even if there's just wine there. But it belongs to a goy, or goy prepared it, it's an issue. And the rabbis were even more strict when it comes to the laws of wine, and they prohibited to benefit from stam yenam, and they considered this regular wine as if it was already used for idolatry. To them, that wine, even though it was never used, rabbinically they considered it that it was used for idolatry, and you cannot even derive benefit from it. Let alone drinking from it, you shouldn't derive benefit from it. And therefore, that's the issue that comes because of this ruling, that you can't do business with non-kosher wine. I'm not drinking it, I'm buying a container here, selling the container to someone else. So you cannot derive benefit from their wine. And then the rabbis added, V'asur b'shtiyah, and they prohibited obviously to drink it. Uve'ana gam et yonot yehudi shenekar b'hem hagoy. Even wine that belongs to a Jew, that a non-Jew touched, a Jew is not allowed to drink. The wine belongs to a Jew, was prepared by Jews, a kosher wine. Touched by a goy, you can't drink that wine. But if it's wine that the goy was able to see, he looked at the wine, he saw it. Minadin, halachically, you're allowed to drink that wine. If you saw it, halachically, you're allowed to see, you're allowed to drink that wine. But there are those who are even stricter when it comes to that wine. Shelo lishtot, not to drink wine that the goy saw. Didn't touch it, nothing, just saw the wine. not through the bottle. He saw the wine. The Rebbe actually always had the brown bags. He had the wine in a brown bag because he had a lot of non-Jews that came to 770 also.
Yeah.
So
you should cover it.
if you have a non-mevushal wine, but it's only in a non-mevushal wine. Most of the wines that we have is mevushal.
If it's not mebushal.
It's not mevushal, then
if it's mebushal,
even if you saw it, it's not a big deal.
Marriage that comes to your house for Shabbos, right? So if it's mebushal, it's okay.
Yes.
Now there's an expression in Latin called in vino veritas. In vino veritas. In the wine lays the truth. That's why when people start drinking, they get a little tipsy, and then it opens up the tongue. In other words, people have a tendency to be looser.
Why not to quote why not to quote the rabbis? We don't have to go to in vino veritas. It says nichnas yain yatsa sod.
I know they said that.
Nichnas yain, wine comes in, the secret comes out.
Exactly.
So.
Why just the wine though? How come it's not every other, liqueur, beer? It's only the wine? Is the wine just because it's called yayin, it has a special attribute that Hashem specifically said it's only for certain libations?
Shulchan Aruch usually doesn't discuss the Kabbalistic reasons for it, but we know that wine has a special. It's also you shouldn't be drinking with. The whole idea is not to be close with them. Then you shouldn't go to the bar and drink beer with them because then it's the same idea.
Don't worry, I don't have any friends.
Not you. I'm talking about the idea. I'm talking about the idea. We will drink with you. We'll have a Fabregan. We'll drink with you. Actually, it's Purim Katan. We need to share Chaim.
But it's just the wine. It always seems like wine has a special attribute.
Right.
Just like the shatness, just like it's certain for it has a special significance that no other beverage or other thing that we drink has.
No, so in general, again, you shouldn't be drinking with them anything. So not to come to closeness. Not to come to closeness with them, but wine, you have a prohibition mainly. So again, according to Kabbalah, the wine has special attributes, and it can lead to. We mentioned yesterday about it could lead to doubts in faith, like the milk or the pat nochri bread that was made.
Wine, then you'll have tendency to share the bread.
Right, but I think also it was more common. It was more common to eat to drink wine in meals. People would more commonly drink wine. Maybe today things will change, but
vodka
in meals and like lunch with lunch would they?
It's been growing so much,
right.
So everybody's doing now l'chaim everywhere.
I wish I don't see.
The uncovered wine is seen by a non-Jew. If it's a yain non-mevushal, if it's non-mevushal, then is it obviously more of a problem if it's mevushal.
Right.
But Rebbe drank only non-mevushal. Is that?
We don't know, but we can assume that it was non-mevushal because he always covered it. It was always in a brown paper bag. Yeah. And the whiskey was not. The Benedictine, he drank Benedictine. Some say that, but it wasn't covered. Or he gave out small bottles of vodka. They were not covered either.
Rabbi can explain mevushal.
Sure, go ahead.
So mevushal is a wine that's been brought to boiling point. The water boils at 100 degrees C. The wine boils at 86 degrees C. So what they have in the big vats, they have coils go inside the vats, and what they do is they increase. They send hot water through those coils to bring the wine to that boiling point, just for a very short time. When it gets to that temperature, it kills all the living ferment in the wine, and then they run cold water right away. Just bring to the temperature and run cold water right away, because by that temperature, all the ferments are dead. When the ferments are dead, it's considered a dead wine. It's no longer consider. That's why they call it mevushal.
So that's at
Mevushal means
83,
cooked wine.
83 Fahrenheit?
No,
86.
But if it's not
No, no,
considered
centigrade.
wine anymore, how you do kiddush with
Centigrade.
that?
Bring to the wine to the boiling point.
Fahrenheit was 212?
Huh?
Is Fahrenheit?
But I hear
In Fahrenheit, it's
Celsius.
it's in Celsius, 83 Celsius.
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 86 Celsius.
Me too.
But that's at
That's
212.
The water boils at 100.
It's about 200 Fahrenheit.
212, I think.
No, the formula is more complex.
More complex.
So if it's not considered wine, how do we make kiddush with mevushal?
It is considered wine, but it's not. Actually, there are some opinions that say that when it comes to Pesach, you should do it on non-mevushal, because it's the real thing.
Is it real?
But it's still considered wine. It just doesn't have the living organs. So
In today's world, there's always
yeah.
people that bring a non-Jew to the city.
In other words,
It
you have to be careful. Yeah.
So,
The wine
so
like that-
mevushal is compared to
a
grape
wine
juice?
like that will not evolve. You can keep it for as long as you want. It will go bad eventually, but it would not evolve, would not improve in any way.
Actually, it says Kol Arel Lo Yochal Bo, that when it comes to Korban Pesach, a non-Jew is not allowed to participate in the meal of Pesach. Yeah, yeah.
In
So
today's world, everywhere.
right.
I got stuck
So-
one time.
so
I
it's-
felt really bad, and I didn't want. I was like, I
It's
don't
just
have
a,
to.
it's a reality. It's how you
Hashem,
bring a
forgive me.
non-Jew.
Yeah.
I didn't want him there. I
But
felt bad.
we don't have the Korban Pesach. So Kol Arel Lo Yochal Bo, they shouldn't eat the Korban Pesach. So they don't have Korban Pesach. You can argue that it should be okay, but
I was at a bar mitzvah once, and the people were very rich, and they brought special wine from France. This bottle was like $150 from Bordeaux, very expensive wine, non-mevushal,
kosher or no?
kosher, of course, kosher. It was non-mevushal. So they brought all the kids from yeshiva to serve the wine. The wine was wrapped up in a brown bowl, and because most of the people were there were not Shabbat observant, most of the people. So they served the wine like that. And I had to supervise all these people there.
Oh wow.
To make sure that that bottle doesn't go out of the hands to anybody. Not even to show the label. Nothing.
Wow.
So the values decrease when they cook.
And they
Obviously,
Right.
it decreases the special.
They ordered new
Said
glasses.
they boil and they cool it
Yeah.
right after.
They ordered new glasses too for this one. I don't know why, but they ordered new glasses.
What kind of ramifications does it have at a grocery store, the grocery section, that there's wine and you have non-Jews walking by all day looking at the wine? Or people who send maids to go shopping for them, and they and I've been guilty where I've picked up wine to see if it's mevushal or not, and then set it back down.
The
So
idea
it's
is to see it, to see the liquid directly, not through the glass,
like-
seeing it.
It's covered.
Yeah.
It's sealed and covered.
Yeah. But the likelihood for you to see a non-mevushal wine, you have to really ask for it.
I got
Store.
it on accident this last
Yeah.
Shabbat. I thought it was mevushal, and then my roommate's like, "Let me see, is that mevushal?" And I was like, "I think
It
so."
wasn't?
And it says not mevushal on it, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Uh-oh."
Well,
And I set it on the table, got it ready. I was about to open it, and he asked. And I got it.
wow.
Problem also, you see, when you have mixed guests table, and one of the guests bring a bottle of wine, and he doesn't know that it's not mevushal. So then it
Right.
becomes a problem, because you want to open the bottle, but everybody will say, they said the wine tastes good, and so on.
Yeah, but it's kosher, there's hardly any kosher
And
wine
most
that's
of the people that
non-negotiable.
are
You have to
present,
really seek it out.
Right, he somehow was able to get one.
No, Herman, I don't know.
Let me ask you, the owner of the wine company has to be Jews, or also all the employees has to be Jews for the process
Well,
of making
obviously,
the wine?
obviously, you want to have all of them Jews. Otherwise, you get into issues.
No, because
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
have the
that's,
supervision, if you have the mashgiach,
It's not enough. This is not milk. It's not. It's if a goy sees it, it's a problem.
I understand also at the table Shabbat, if a person is known, is not Shomer Shabbat, you shouldn't touch that bottle.
Right. Yeah, people who come to me on Shabbat with their car and with a bottle of wine in their hands. So
yeah, you have to use it after.